Hi guys, welcome to the second lesson. In the first lesson we took a look at what a piano looks like, the white keys and the black keys. And in this lesson I want to point you to something weird, because if you take a look at the piano, obviously you know what a piano looks like. This is a piano. But if you take a close look to the piano, you may see that it's actually a weird kind of thing, because we've got white notes right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we've got only 5 black notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's actually a black note missing right here, and there's one missing right here. Now the reason this is because we've only got 12 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? And if we would have black notes here, then we would have gotten 14 notes, which is too much. We can only allocate 12. Now if you're really sharp, you might say, hey Mark, what about if we just play 6 white notes and then play 6 black notes? We would have 12, right? Yes, you're right. But the piano would also look like this. And that means you can't really navigate. You don't really know where to start playing because it all looks exactly the same. So that's why I'm actually really happy the piano looks like it does, like this. But it also means that there's going to be a difference between the visual look of the piano, so the way it actually looks and feels, and the way it's laid out auditively. Okay, there's going to be a difference. And we're going to talk a lot about that in both section 2 when we're naming the keys, as well as section 3, which is basically going to be entirely about that stuff. And it's really important to understand that before you continue on in further sections than section 3, okay? So I just wanted to show you a little bit what I'm talking about, not too much, but just a little bit, because it kind of belongs to this section, what the piano looks like. So what do I mean when I say there's a difference between the visual layout and the auditive layout? And this is one of those things that it took me quite a while to figure out, but if you already know it before you start playing piano, it will just really help you to understand it. So visually, I've got 7 white keys right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the distance between all of the keys is exactly the same, right? And the distance between 2 keys is also exactly the same, okay? You can also see that if I'm here and I want to go up, remember that's that way on the piano, and I want to take the smallest step as possible, I can go to the black key, okay? If I want to take a bigger step, I would go to the white key. So the smallest step possible from here is black, so white to black. Then the smallest step possible from here is from black to white. White to black, black to white, and there's no black key here. So that's weird. I'm going from white to black, black to white, white to black, black to white, and now all of a sudden I'm going from white to white. Now this may actually lead you to believe that we skipped a note right here. Okay, so the note that's missing, the key that's missing, you might think there's actually a note missing here as well. The same as if I would go from this note to that note, I'd be skipping this note right here. Okay. However, that's not the case. There is no note here. There's no note in between. And that's really weird, right? So what I'm basically trying to say is the distance between the black note and the white note here, auditively, is exactly the same as the distance between the white note and the white note here. Now, obviously, visually, you can clearly see this is closer than this. You could also clearly see that we should have a note in the middle right here, but it's not there. However, in reality, the distance between these 2 notes is the same as the distance between these 2 notes. Now, this has major implications later on, and you don't need to worry about that for now. It's also a good thing. It's a really good thing. So it's not something we hate. It's something we actually love, but you do need to know it. So to sum it up, the auditive distance between all of the 12 notes is exactly the same, no matter if the distance on the piano is bigger or not. As long as you go to the closest note, you're gonna go up half a note. So that's all I wanted to show you. If you don't understand, that's fine as well. We'll go really in depth in section 3. In section 2, we're going to start naming the keys, and that's where we're going to start to see this issue already. So it's a good thing if you've taken notice of the fact that there's 2 notes missing right here. So that's what I basically want you to remember from this lesson. There's 2 notes missing right here, and the mere fact that all of these white notes look to be the same distance apart visually doesn't mean they're also the same distance auditively. Okay, let's go into section 2. We'll start naming the keys, and then all of this starts to make a little bit more sense for you. And then in section 3, you will definitely get it.